Welcome back to Brick by Brick, friends. I'm your host, Adam Ward. And I've seen some things because I just came from the future. And I brought back this artifact, the Affirmation Blaster. And all you have to do is tap the back of the Affirmation Blaster and out comes an affirmation. You deserve pizza. Try it again. You 100% got this. And I know that trying to do something new in your life, in my life, in anyone's life, can be really, really challenging. And sometimes we get discouraged or we have a bad day or a bad week. But if we remind ourselves with these affirmations and we share them with other people, who knows? Maybe we'll do a little bit better at making the change that we want to make. And realize that today is a gift. And the gift today is the knowledge of how to build this Affirmation Blaster. Ready to build one? Let's go. The Affirmation Blaster has a footprint of 12 bricks by only 3 bricks wide. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2x3s all in a row. And then we want to connect those together. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some 1x10 plates. I'm going to put one on one side, line them all up. I'm going to put one on the other side. Then we're going to take our next 2 and put them right on top of the ones we just laid down. Now that we've got our 1x10s down, we're going to put tiles all the way down the middle. And that is going to let our affirmations slide in and out. I've got a 1x8 and a 1x4. Just like that. We've got these 1x1 rounded pink plates. I'm going to put one in each corner, and then they're going to go for a piggyback ride. And we're going to put another one in each corner. Just like this. So both sides of the Affirmation Blaster are basically the same, meaning the right side and the left side, but the front and the back are a little bit different. So now is a good time in the build to decide which is going to be your front and which is going to be your back. For me, this is going to be the front, meaning where the affirmations come out, and this is going to be the back where that moving piece, like the hammer, that's where that piece lives. So on the back side, we're going to put 2 1x1 bricks. Then we're going to skip a piece and put down some 2x2 tiles. And these pieces stick out to the side. They don't do anything in the middle. We're gonna keep the center avenue clear the entire build, because that's where the 1x8s live, and that's how they come down the chute. And then after that, we've got some 1x1 plates, put just like that. And finally, a 1x3 goes right there. Then right on top of these 1x1 plates and the 2x2 tiles, we're gonna take a stack of 2 1x3 plates. One on this side, boom. And one on this side. And when we put those on, we have a nice even surface. Now that we've gotten those done, we're gonna put on some 1x2s, followed by 1x3s. And then at the end, we're gonna use a 2x3 brick. These are actually 3 2x3 plates, because that's what I had in purple. And I mean, that's what they had in the future in purple. And they wanted it to be in all purple. So they decided to use 2x3 plates instead of a 2x3 brick. Whew, they totally bought it. Next up, we've got some 2x2 bricks. We put these on the side, right there near the back. And in between them, we put a 1x1 brick right there. Then we've got some 1x2 tiles that we put on the outside of these 2x2 bricks. And now we're gonna use some more bricks to build this wall up and go all the way around. And this is the general shape we're gonna do the entire height of the blaster. And we're gonna do another row of bricks. Also, to keep some designs just more interesting and spice it up a little bit, instead of just going with plain bricks all the way up, in the future, they think it's really cool to incorporate some snot bricks. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we are going to put a couple of snot bricks with our studs facing out. We don't want our studs facing in, because then they'll get in the way of our affirmations. And we can put these cool 1x2 wedges. And if we put them in at the correct intervals, the intervals where I'm suggesting we put them in, they won't get in the way of our arm moving in and out. All right, we've got some more bricks to go all the way around. I'm gonna use a 1x2 with a 90-degree angle in it, and then another one, just another 1x2 right next to it. Some 1x3 bricks, 1x3 bricks, 1x4, 1x4, 1x3 in the front, and then fill in this little opening with a 1x1. Yeah, we're throwing in some white, some other color from time to time, just so it's not all purple. We don't want to overload on purple. Speaking of pops of color, why don't we throw in some green? Green's cool. Green and purple look cool together. Some 1x4s. Drop in that brick. Put our 2x3s at the end. And some more 1x2s. Now we've got some big pieces. We've got some 1x10s. And these again, they're 3 plates stacked on top of each other, but they work just as well as a brick. They almost fill up an entire side. Drop in our 1x3, a couple 1x1s to maintain that shape that we have on the back. We have that whole cavern, and then a 1x2 in the front. So we've got some more 2x3s. We'll put them right like this, a 1x3, and another 1x3. And then I've got these snot bricks with the little wedge on it, same pieces we used before. We've got some 1x2s that we put in, and then instead of just going over what we've laid down before, we are gonna come out a little bit. So we've got 2x3s. We're gonna put them off to the side and off to the side. Then we've got a 1x1 that we're gonna put right down in there. And then on the outside of our 2x3s, we wanna put tiles. So they're nice and smooth, they help the hammer move. So we've got a 1x2 and a 1x1 tile, and then another 1x2 and a 1x1 tile. Last few rows of height for our affirmation blaster. On the back side, we're going to put down 2 of these little gray 1x1s. Use any color you want, but I'm liking just giving a couple different pops of colors to play against the purple. Then we're gonna put down a 1x3. And next, we are going to put some 2x2 bricks. We're gonna put these on the outside. And these are gonna create a great little lane for the arm to go in and out of. Then in between those 2 pieces, we're going to drop one more 1x1 brick, and we're gonna put a 1x3 brick right on top. And now we wanna make sure that all of this is nice and smooth, so we're gonna bring in some tiles. We've got a 1x2 and a 1x1, and then another 1x2 and a 1x1. Put the 1x1s on the inside, and the 1x2s on the outside. All right, now the rest of the top is fairly simple. All you're gonna do is follow this exact same footprint and build it up 1, 2, 3 bricks. It's like a big, giant, I don't know, A missing the piece, maybe a C. Oh, it's a huge, super skinny U, 10 long, 3 wide. And this is all open, except that side. I'm gonna take this, put it right on top. So that is it for the side walls. Now we've got a nice flat top, and we can count from the bottom up. We had our base that we did, which are those 3 plates on the bottom. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brick levels. And 10 brick levels is just tall enough to fit 30 tiles, boop, 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 brrr, stacked right on top of each other. Now it's time to work on the arm. One thing you might notice, you super astute observer, is that this entire arm, it looks like it's upside down, but no, it's actually built inverted. Something to do with the future force field gravity pull. I didn't really understand it when they were explaining it to me, but this whole piece is actually built upside down. So we're gonna start with the top, or is it the bottom? The bop or the tottom? The world may never know. We're gonna start with these boat tiles. These are squares, and we're gonna leave a little bit of space in between because we're gonna bring in some of our little 1x1 plates. Just nestle them all like that. And our arm is basically 5 wide all the way up. And there's gonna be a couple places where we add on pieces to move in and out. And of course, we're gonna have our 1x6 tile that pushes out the affirmations. You deserve pizza, you got this, you can do it, etc., etc. Right on top of these pieces, we're gonna bring a 1x3 to join them all together, just like that, and some 1x2s on the side. Then we're gonna bring in some 2x2s, which go right on top. Another couple 1x1s. Now we're gonna drop in another 2x3 right on top, and we're gonna put a 1x1 and another 1x1. But check this out, we are not gonna put anything here yet. That's where the pieces that stick out are gonna go, but for right now, we're gonna leave these open. Next up, we're gonna put a 1x2 plate right in the center, and then a couple 1x2 bricks on the side. Just like this. 1x2 brick, 1x2 brick, and a 1x2 plate right in the middle. Then we're going to grab a 1x2 brick and put it right on top. And now we're gonna take 1 by 2 plates stacked on top of each other, 2 over here and 2 over here. Those are gonna go right on top of that. We're gonna continue this trend of putting a 1 by 2 in the center. This time, we're going to put a 1 by 1 little stack of 2 1 by 1 rounded plates on each side. Now we're gonna join these together with a 1 by 3, and then we're gonna keep this even with a 1 by 1. We're basically just building a little T right here. We're gonna keep on going with this trend, except for this one, let's put some snot bricks on. That way, we can add these little 1 by 1 wedges and give ourselves a nice handle for grabbing this piece. So like that, and like that. Now we're gonna fill this in with a 1 by 2 piece, just like that. And we've got 1 by 2 there, 1 by 1 right on top. Our little T continues to ascend. Then we'll cover up that seam with a 1 by 1 and a 1 by 2. If you've got 1 by 3s, you can totally use those as well. And another 1 by 1 right there. And on top of that whole number, we're gonna use our angled brick and then a 1 by 1. Now it's plate time, so we're gonna put a 1 by 3 plate right on top, then bring in another one of these rounded 1 by 1 pink pieces. This one they love to run away. Get it right on top. And now we're gonna make the T even bigger. So same base, coming up to the same top, but we're gonna go out to 5 instead of 3. So that looks just like this. A 1 by 2, a 1 by 2, and a 1 by 2, just like that. Next up, we're gonna attach the finger that pushes out the daily affirmations. So we've got a 1 by 3 brick, and then right in front of it, we're gonna put a 1 by 1 brick. And then on top of this, we're gonna put some 1 by 1 little rounded plates. And now our 1 by 6 tile, the reason we've been building upside down this whole time. This snaps on here, and then we lock that into place by adding a 1 by 3 tile on top of it. Aha! Now you see why we're making it upside down, maybe? Because this tile can only attach from the bottom. And this is the piece that slides in to push out our affirmations. And we only have an opening for 1 tile high. And that's why we had to build this whole thing upside down. Now for the arms, we're not gonna complete the arms because we have to keep the plates and the tiles that latch them together off so we can slide them on the build. Might sound really confusing, but I promise it'll make sense. To begin, we grab a 1 by 4 and a 1 by 3 plate and put them right next to each other. Onto the 1 by 4 plate, we're gonna stack 2 1 by 1 plates. So put those on top of each other, and then you wanna even them up. You don't want them super diagonal like that. You want them lined up single file, and they're gonna go on the 1 by 4. Then you're gonna grab a 1 by 2 and a 1 by 3 tile. Snap the 1 by 2 in first, snap the 1 by 3 on, and then attach. Then on the end, you're gonna grab an inverted 1 by 2 slope. That's gonna attach just like that. And on top of the 1 by 2 slope, you're gonna put 2 1 by 2 plates. Arm should look just like that. You're gonna do that whole thing one more time. The next step for these arms is to grab a 1 by 8 plate and a 1 by 8 tile. You're just gonna take the 1 by 8 tile, put it on the plate, snap them on just like that. So one's gonna go on one side, one's gonna go on the other side. Now the top arms are very similar to the bottom arms with just a little bit more going on. So the top arms, we start with a 1 by 6 plate. On top of that 1 by 6 plate, we're gonna put a 1 by 2 tile, another 1 by 2 tile, and then we're gonna put a 1 by 2 tile sticking off to the side. On the end, we're gonna add our 1 by 2 inverted slope. On top of that, just like the bottom, and on top of that, much like the bottom, we've got a 1 by 8 plate and a 1 by 8 tile. Love that sound. Snap them together, just like that. And then you're gonna do the same thing, but this one is for the left side, so you need one for the right side. So it's almost identical, but on this one, you have the 1 by 2 tile sticking to the right, and on this one, you have the 1 by 2 tile sticking to the left. That's the only difference between the two. So once you've made those two, you bring in your other arms, and now we're ready to attach these to the hammer on the back and get the whole apparatus on to our blaster. So to attach the top arms, we're actually gonna go ahead and remove our 1 by 8 tiles slash plates. We are going to attach these looks just like so. And now what we can do is we can reach over, slide it in like that. You'll see where we have the opening, we have the open studs here and the open studs here that line up perfectly with this avenue right here. So attaching these pieces can be a little bit tricky, but if you give it a little bit of a bend, you can totally do it. And snap the back one on first, slide it forward, and get the front one on. I'll flip the whole thing over, slide it all the way back, start with the back one first, slide it forward, lift this up just a teeny tiny bit, snap that down. Same thing with the bottom arms. We're gonna take off the 1x8 plate and tile. And these, they're identical on both sides, so don't worry about which one is which. We put it on the back first. Get it in there. Can be kind of tricky. There we go, slide it forward. Lift that up a little bit, slide it in. Now, if your build is lining up, you should have some really nice fluid movement, and when it's closed, it should make a nice sound because everything is hitting each other all at the same time. If pieces are flying off, you're getting a weird sound, or you've got no movement at all, you get to do some time traveling. Just rewind a bit, go back and figure it out. And this build has got a lot going on. If you go step by step, you can 100% do it. So flip on the other side and add the final arm. Piece comes in just like that. Open it all the way up. Get the back on. Slide it forward, lift this up, snap it back down. Pull back, push forward, pull back, push forward. And now to put it to the test. Let's drop in an affirmation. Feeling a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna drop in "You deserve pizza." Oh no, it got stuck. If only there were a piece that could save us. This is where the top of the affirmation blaster comes in. Top is very simple. We use a 1x10 brick. And then on top of the 1x10 brick, we put a 1x8 tile and a 1x2 tile. This serves as both the top to our build and a super handy tool to push down any stubborn affirmations that don't want to fall all the way down. Affirmation fell in. Here's the big test, friends. 1, a 2, a 3. Aha! So now to add just a couple design elements to give this build a super duper futuristic feel. So I've got 1x1 plate. I'm just gonna tack that on to the back. I'm gonna keep the roof off for now, but it's gonna go back on there. I think a cool thing to do is grab a 2x3 plate, put it down right there, and grab 1, 2, 3 of these 1x1 wedges to give it a nice aerodynamic feel. And our next step is both decorative and functional. So we're gonna take a couple 1x10 plates, one for each side, and some 2x4 plates, and some 1x2 plates. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 1x10, place it right on top, and take our 1x10 and place it right on top of here. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open studs. We're gonna close 4 of those studs with these 1x4s. Snap them on just like that. You might be thinking to yourself, Adam, we still have 1 open stud. What goes there? Well, my friends, the purple 1x3 goes there. And now these plates help guide our arm a little bit more in our movement. It's even smoother and better locked in. I think it's really cool to keep the wedge look going. So we're just gonna take these 1x2 wedges, snap them in like that, then a 1x2 wedge, finish off that side, flip it around, 1x2, 1x2, and a 1x1. And we can do that whole thing to the top as well. We just don't want to put anything here, because remember, our top is gonna fit right there. Let's fill this in the rest of the way. Our affirmation blaster is complete. I've loaded it up with a bunch of affirmations, but I'm gonna write one more, because you can never have enough positivity. Let's see. I wrote, "Your future is bright." I can't wait to share this and all the affirmations inside with friends, family, strangers, and whether you built your own affirmation blaster or whether you just have some affirmations that you want to share with anybody, including yourself, please do not hold those in. Positive words can do so much. Thank you so much for watching. Your view of this video is an affirmation for me and everybody else who works on Brick by Brick. And if you've built this or anything else, please share them with us. We love to see your creations, and be sure to tag the post #mybrickbybrick. To see even more Brick by Brick, click on the box right here. I'm from the future. I make boxes appear. And to subscribe to SoulPancake, click right here. I am going back to the future. I'm still here, I'm just dizzy.